My lovelies, Sophia here to do some paid readings. All right, let me just sort out the chat. Okay, let's just go back slightly over there. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So hello my lovelies, welcome to some live tarot readings. Hello Kashkar, my lovely. Just going to wait till some more people join in before I do the first of the free collective readings, which will be a spirit reading. Anything that spirit wants us to know today? I usually do it when we get up to about 6. How many people have we got? 5. Hello Stola, my lovely. Yeah, There we go, we got up to 6. So let's start with the first of the free readings, which is a spirit message. So if it doesn't resonate, don't worry, it is for the collective, it's not personal. You can always go back to my previous lives, and I always timestamp the collective reading. So we have the free spirit reading, the love reading, and the career reading throughout the live. If not, then go on to my channel, because there's loads of shorts, short-term attention span, short answers. Okay, and of course there are, I will just drop that into the thing about the playlist with all the pick a card readings in, because a lot of people like longer readings. Okay, so Spirit, what do you want the collective to know today? What message do you have for us? Okay, not sure if we've had that one, but they want that one as well. Mind you, I wasn't on last week anyway, so. Okay. So the first card here is Celeste. It says a happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. Sorry, a happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. So you may just be thinking about it. You may have just had the thought about it. It may be that you are in the process of doing it. So Spirit is wanting you to know that this movement will usher in positive new energy. Okay, now for some of you, okay, they wanted me to carry on with this. So if you are already in the process of doing it, okay, it's not just an idea at this point. It will help you to healing heart, especially if you've been in a home that hasn't served you very well, or an employment, you know, place of work that has been toxic. Okay, but when you're going into this new environment, they're also wanting you to be assertive, so it'll bring you healing, but also stand up for your beliefs and only say yes if you really want to. A lot of times we just say yes to things that we really don't want to do, so say no. Okay, obviously in a workplace you might get fired for it, but if it's moving in with family, or family moving in with you, or whatever, you know, you're not here to be somebody else's gopher, if you like. So if you are, this is your life experience, okay, if you are just thinking about moving, it's just been a little thought, okay, and or you're thinking of changing jobs or getting work, then Spirit is saying, what do you need to what do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. Negativity will block your progress. So what needs to be released? What do you need to release that is stopping you from wanting this? Because remember that the minute you want something, it's already yours. You can choose whether you want to experience it or not, but the fact that you desire it is for you to experience. We don't get ideas if we're not meant to experience them, good or bad. Okay, so what do you need to release that's stopping you? Because the only person stopping you is yourself. We like to think it's outside sources. Well, I haven't got the money, I haven't got this, I haven't got that, or I need to get this, or somebody needs to approve that, when it's just you getting in your own way. Okay, what do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. Negativity will block your progress. So when you're putting all the roadblocks in your way with, yes, but I need this, that, and the other, you know, even a simple thing like if you're wanting to move, but I need money. I know lots and lots of people who have not had the money but have still found somewhere to move into. You don't know how the universe is going to bring it to you. Okay, so don't limit yourself by looking at, well, first I need the money. Okay, yes, a lot of times, obviously, we do, but it's not the only option that you can get a new home for. I know lots of things, for example, where somebody is asked to look after somebody's house where they're moving abroad for a year or 2 years or 5 years. Okay, so they've got somewhere for free, basically. Okay, so you never know how things are going to come about. But so release it, because again, it will stand up for your beliefs. Spirit is saying, if you want something, you can have it, or else you would not have the idea to have it. Okay, and also it will help heal you in this new energy coming in. Okay. And again, I do put the timestamps, excuse me, into the comment section after the live. Now, excuse me, the loved one and the career reading won't be just yet. Okay, that'll be, the loved one will be at 1:45 and the career one will be in the other hour, in the next hour at 1:30. Okay, so that was the free collective spirit message. I hope that resonated with any of you that do come across this or are watching it now. If not, then remember to check out my shorts and various video readings on my channel. Okay, there's lots to choose from. If you're, in the shorts, there's all kinds of quick readings. And also you've got the, if you love a pick a card reading, then they're all in their own playlist, so you don't have to hunt through all the videos. Yes, Valerie, because I've changed my other schedule around for the other work I do on readings. Sandman, it does say paid readings all over the chat and in the title of the video, my lovely. Hello, little light. There isn't a list at the moment, my lovely. Here's the details if you're wanting the prices and the link. Don't forget to put your question into the PayPal, because at least I can see it there. As there's not many people watching, I don't really want to keep, I mean, not many people engaging in the chat. So just scroll back through the chat if you want to know all the details instead of me keep flooding the chat with bits of information, because there's lots of info that I put into the chat. Okay. Let it just come through, then I can read what you put, my lovely. Here we go. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, so okay, let's just start with these. So he has noticed you, and I think it's the same person you asked about last time. And where I seem to remember that they said he was interested. Okay, but he was a bit of a slow burner. He's still sort of turned away from you here. This card for me with like the X is always like he's turned away from you. He's not ready yet. Okay, but Spirit is saying there will be action taken. Okay, the door to romance is certainly open for the two of you to have a relationship. Okay, and your wish is coming true. All right, so let me just clarify, ask Spirit a bit more about why he is dragging his heels, if you like. Okay, he's not too sure at the moment. All right, so let him be. Okay, but he will, you know, it may be that he's thinking, no, okay, Spirit is saying we're giving him that push. Okay, because he just keeps looking at you. He's sort of, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? Okay, but they're pushing him to come forward without doubting, and that because again he does like you. Okay, so I've got no qualm about him, that although he's not ready today. Okay, Spirit is saying within an 8. Okay, so it may be within the next 8 days. It may be within the next 8 weeks. Okay, that he will be, yeah, he always looks at stairs. He does like you. Okay, he does like you, and I can feel that from his energy as well, not just from what Spirit is saying. He's just a little bit, do I, don't I? Okay, I just want to pull a card for what Spirit advises for you to do. Ah, okay. Just, you know, no, this is for me a positive card. Okay, so just know it's a done deal. Okay, all you got to do is, you know, he can't resist me. Every time you catch him or see him or you think about him, yeah, he can't resist me. He's desperate to ask me out. Okay, because whatever you voice, whatever story you're telling yourself has to be reflected back to you. Okay. He is. Okay, he is reading it. He has noticed it. He's noticed you. He is seeing that you are interested. Okay, he's just a little bit I keep wanting to say the word shy. All right, but he's going to ask you out within an 8. Okay, or things are going to shift within an 8, my lovely. So sometimes we just got to let things unfold. Okay, yeah, be patient. I wonder why Spirit just suddenly guided me to that. You know, patience is a virtue sometimes, but again, he is thinking about you, my lovely. The thinking man. Okay, so I wouldn't worry about it. It is the green light. Okay, it is the green light. He will come forward. And then when he does, you'll be like, Jesus, what took you so long? Been waiting. Been waiting and waiting and waiting. And Spirit is coming back to that card that they drew for you. Okay, they're saying it is a positive card. You know, there is creative action being taken, and we've got the action card here. But also they're wanting you to think positively about it. Okay, don't go into, oh, he probably doesn't like me. I think he likes me. I don't think he likes me. You know, just be in the energy of you're the prize. I'm the prize. How can he resist me? He's already mine. Okay, and just move on with your day. And every time you see him looking at you or whatever, yeah, he's obsessed with me. Do you understand? Spirit is saying, okay. So he will come forward within an 8. So whether it's within the next 8 days or over the next 8 weeks. All right. But just make sure that you're not going to go into any negative. Yes. Neutral thoughts. That's good. Well, no, think more positively, not neutral. Remember, your world is whatever you say it is. So try and give it some sort of action. Okay, yes, I'm the prize, you know, of course he's obsessed with me. Who wouldn't be? I can choose any man. Oh, look at him looking at me over there. Desperate to ask me out. Do you understand? So instead of, remember, they pick up on our thoughts. Okay, so you don't have to physically go up to him and say something, but you can say that in your head. Like, oh, you're desperate to ask me out. Okay, and then he will feel that urge to ask you out. It may not be straight away. It may be a couple of days after you've done it. Okay, but keep doing it. Energy in motion. Okay. But remember, if you waver in your thoughts, he will waver in his thoughts. Okay, so we've got to keep it consistent. Okay, that you are in that flow of, you know, how could he resist me? Okay. You're welcome, my lovely. Oops, just messed up the little I channel, Spirit. And okay, for those of you who can't pay for a reading because it's through PayPal, you can check out my shorts if you're wanting a yes/no answer, or when are they coming back. I know it's not personal, but it'll be might help you in some way. Also, we've already had the spirit message collective reading, and we've got 2 to go. The love reading will be at 1:45. Hello, Nalita, my lovely. And thank you. Nice to see you too. Oh, hello, Tatiksha. Tatiksha. Don't know if I said that right. No. I do 3 free collective readings. I've already done the spirit message. The next one is at 1:45, and that'll be a love reading. Thank you. Ah, you have the eye there. So are you in Greece? Sorry to offend you if you're not. I always associate that with the Greek islands because I bought some when I've been in Greece. All right. I do apologise. No, I'm in the UK, but I've been on holiday to the Greek islands, and that's where I bought the little those little eye things, the blue eye things. Excuse me. If any of you are watching this in a different country to the UK, have any of you got the auto dubbing? Because it says that it should be auto dubbing, but I don't know if that's just in recorded videos or in lives. I did see somebody else's live and they said in that I can hear you in my own language or something. Oh yes, it's a protection. That's it. Thank you, Nalita. All right. Listening in English. Okay. Yeah, I bought them on I can't remember when if it was, I think I went to Rhodes or, well, I've been to Cyprus, I've been to Rhodes, and I've been to Corfu. Haven't been to mainland Greece, but I did buy one on a key ring. And yes, it did break. Didn't last long. Broke. This is paid readings only, my lovely. If you can't pay for a reading because some countries don't use PayPal, then you can check out my shorts. Okay. No free readings, my lovely. They are paid readings only. Okay, I'm going to start getting ready for the love reading that is for the collective. Okay, it does cover 4 different areas. All right, so if you're single and you're ready to mingle, you don't want anybody back from your past. Okay, if you are in no contact with somebody, and if you are having ups and downs in a relationship. All right. So we've got 5 more minutes before the free one. I did wonder if it was you, Marina. Hello, L. Smith. Oh, right, and another one is change their names. Why have you all changed your names? You were trying to catch me out. You're not even anything like that name. What's going on? Why are you all under different names? It's even got an N beside your thing there. I mean, even Nalita, is that your profile picture? Is that a picture that you've put on there somewhere? I can't even make out what it is, but there you go. Okay, we've got 3 minutes till the love reading for the collective. If this one doesn't resonate, then you can always go back into my other lives, because if you go into the comments section, you will get timestamps to where the readings are. If not, explore the channel. Loads of shorts, yes, no answers, will they contact me ones. Doesn't matter how long ago I did them, they're not time sensitive. That's actually funny. Obviously slipped into another timeline, into another reality. Do it on a Tuesday, they all change the names. All right. Actually quite like the name Nolita. Sounds quite exotic. Nolita. Right, okay, so let me explain for any of you that are new here. So during the, although it is paid live tarot readings, okay, Spirit does like to do 3 free collective readings. So we've had the Spirit message. They always do the Spirit message, love message, and career message. So this is the second of the night, okay, or the day, or wherever you are. Right, so it usually covers 3 areas. All right, so if you're single and you're wanting to meet somebody totally new, if you are in no contact, or if you are having ups and downs in a relationship. Now remember, they are collective. It may resonate with you, it may not, but it is not personal. Okay, so if today's one doesn't resonate, don't be disheartened. You can go back into the channel, into the lives, go on to the previous lives, look at the comment section. You'll see timestamps so that you don't have to go through 2 hours of live readings. Okay. Right, so Spirit, love reading message please for the collective. When I put them back down, it's because they are ones that reflect what's in here. Okay. I always love that card. I don't know why, I just really love that card. Right, okay. Okay, so there are a few messages here. So for the singles, yeah. Not really one for the singles, to be honest. There is sort of in this message and in this message, but not really. And in here. Okay, so if you are single and you are wanting somebody totally new, you are not interested in dating anybody from your past. Okay, Spirit is saying that some of you may be feeling a little bit lost. All right, but there's always movement behind the scenes. Okay, so where somebody, you know, either you will be attracted to somebody or they'll be attracted to you first. All right, so just be patient, be strong, be confident. All right, and have faith. Okay, the reason I love this card is because this pregnancy bump is the world on it. Okay, so what you are wanting in this world will be born into the 3D, into the physical realm for you to experience it. So have faith. Okay, and as we know, when women are pregnant, baby can come early, it can come on the due date, it can come late, but it's have faith, it will come. Okay, but in the meantime, focus on yourselves. Make sure you're nourishing yourself. Okay, whether that is physically with sleep and food, or whether it's emotionally or mentally. Okay, so that is really the message for the single. So sort of be patient, be strong. If you're feeling a bit lost, always come back to self. And that's what Spirit is saying here as well for those of you in no contact. All right. I just want to see a timing. They're not giving a timing on that one, so I'm not going to go into a timing. But, you know, just be patient. There will be somebody coming in for you. Just have faith. Okay. Now, for those of you in no contact, remember it is a collective reading. It's not for all of you. Okay. So for the collectives. Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, so your person, I'm going to sort of pick at the cards where spirit is guiding me for this. Okay, so your person is still interested in you. Okay, there's still the attraction there. If you're still wanting them from the place in your heart where you know that they are the only person that you want, not from a desperate, they dumped me or they ghosted me and I'm really, really desperate and needy for them to be back. Okay, it's from that heartfelt, I just know that they are my person. Okay. So they, if you're still attracted to them, they are still attracted to you, spirit is saying here. Okay, and even though you may feel lost and you're struggling with this, okay, or they are feeling lost and struggling too, okay, there will be changes. Okay, well, spirit is saying in order to see the changes, okay, always come back to self. Okay, when you are valuing and appreciating and seeing yourself as loved and chosen and prioritized, okay, that you're the prize, okay, it automatically shifts the energy from that needy, desperate energy. Okay, needy, desperate energy of I need, hurry up, where is it? Okay, pushes things away. When you're in that chaser energy of even in your thoughts as chaser energy, so chaser energy can be two kinds. If you're blowing up their phone and you're not getting anywhere, it doesn't matter how you reword it 20,000 times, okay, nothing is working. Okay, because why is it called a chaser energy? Because the thing you're chasing is running away from you. So the more, even in your thoughts, you're in that desperate, I don't know what to do, lost, I'm struggling with this. Okay, there's always movement behind the scenes, even though you can't see it, but always come back to self. That is where the magic happens. Okay, when you're choosing you, your person will choose you. Okay, if you're putting all your focus on them, they're choosing themselves. Okay, they're not choosing you. All right. If you can do that and nourish yourself, okay, and have faith with that knowing, okay, I know that if I feel this way about them, that they feel this way about me. I know that there's more to come in our journey. I know that there's more to come between us, and you have faith. Okay, when you go into desperation, you're pushing them away. So you're shooting yourself in the foot, my lovelies. Okay, if you can do that, all right, then they will make the effort and come forward. Okay, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Now, you might be guided to do something, not from a place of nervousness. Okay, when it's guided, you don't really know that you're doing it until you look back. Okay, now some of you may bump into them if you're out somewhere in the community, local to where you are, or at a social event. But when they do come back, Spirit just said some might show up at your home. Okay, but if as and when they come back, okay, it does have the potential for you to live together. Okay, even if you were living together and they left or whatever, then they'll be back home. Okay, now Spirit is saying the seeds have already been planted here. Ignore the word money. Remember, I'm a medium, so I go off the pictures for you on YouTube. Okay, the seeds have been planted for you to reap the harvest. Okay, now some of you, it could be within the next 10 days, within the next 10 weeks. Okay, remember, it's not personal reading, but have faith. Okay, if you really, really know in your heart that that is your person, okay, even if you've tried to move on to other people, even if you have, you know, tried to overcome them or whatever, and they're still very much in your heart, then they are always feeling you. If you think about them first thing in the morning and the last thing at night, they are thinking about you first thing in the morning and the last thing at night. Okay, a lot of times what keeps them away, and Spirit did bring it out here, is the old story you're clinging to. Okay, release that energy. Again, that is an energy that is, every time you think negatively about them, they will then think negatively about you. Okay, when you're in your power and you're knowing that you're chosen and prioritized and that they're yours no matter what, okay, because you would not desire them if they're not meant for you, okay, then they will feel that. They will feel you become the magnet. Okay, you become the magnet that draws them back to you. And believe me, you know, I deal with clients all the time. I've been reading for 30 odd years. Okay, so I'm well aware of the universal laws. I also know how all the energy works as well. Okay, so you've got to release that energy. The time has come to clear your energy. If you don't release that old story you're clinging to about they did this and they said that and that's the current circumstances and they've got a third party, they moved to Australia, they did this, they did that, they don't want me, they told me to drop off the face of the earth, and circumstances and conditions don't matter. I'm not saying they are irrelevant to you, but they do not stop you getting them back. But if you keep focusing on them, because remember, where your focus goes, energy flows. When you are still holding and clutching on to that old story, the new story can't come in. That is why a lot of you are still in no contact, because you are still going over the old story. You are still calling them an ex. You're still focused on the fact that you're blocked or you're in no contact, and you're wondering why you're getting more of it and nothing is changing. Okay, so look at what you're telling yourself, because the story you're telling yourself is what you're going to see reflected back. Okay, so really understand that Spirit is saying. Spirit's not stopping you get them coming back. Spirit is neutral. The universe is neutral. It has no meaning until you give it a meaning. So if you're giving it the meaning, woe betide me, I'm blocked, they've gone into no contact, they're with a third party, they're this, they're that, this happened, that happened, their family hate me, blah, 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 then that's the meaning you're giving it. That's what you will experience. Okay, so if you want them to come back in, making the effort, okay, then change the story, because they are still attracted to you. All right, you've got to change the story. Focus back on self. I am the prize. I'm the best thing that's ever happened to them. I'm the love of their life. I'm always chosen. I'm always prioritized. Okay, I'm always loved, valued, appreciated. Okay, if you are having ups and downs in a relationship, not that one, again, you know, for both of these, for those of you in no contact, you can come back into union when you stop getting in your own way. The time it's taken, Spirit is saying, is the time it's taken you to release that shitty story that you keep focusing on and wondering why nothing is moving. Okay. Remember, love is unconditional, Spirit is saying. So when you're placing a load of conditions on it, you're stopping it as well. Okay. For those of you who are having ups and downs, okay, again, be patient, be strong. Focus. If you're feeling a little bit lost and you're struggling, then come back to self. Of course, my person loves me. Okay, of course they adore me. All right, again, release that old story, nourish yourself, have faith, and the two of you will start talking nicely again. Okay, we all have ups and downs in relationships. Now, it's different if they are cheating on you, or, you know, I mean, you've got evidence. Okay, or if they're abusive, etc., etc. Right, okay. Spirit is not saying any more, so we will leave that there. So again, I will put the timestamp into the blah, 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 into the comments after the live. Okay. Remember, a spirit is really reiterating this. When you are focused obsessively on your person, they are focused on themselves. When you are focused back on yourself, they get focused back on you. Okay? And again, Spirit is saying, you know, that you don't become happy because you found love. You find love because you're already happy within yourself. Your life should be happy whether they are in it or not. They are a bonus. They are not an essential. Okay, you were living before you met them. You're still living now, and you will continue to live. Okay? Your world does not evolve around them. This is your life experience, Spirit is saying. Okay, so again, when you focus back on self, they will focus on you. When you're focusing on them, they're focused on themselves. Hello, Gorilla, my lovely. Spirit saying this, okay, as well. Sometimes when I go quiet, they're still talking. Okay, they're saying this, that if you actually write down a list of why your person would choose you, what qualities would you say? Okay, because a lot of you are so much in desperation and can't live without this other person in your life. Okay, that they've almost, you've become limerence. Spirit is saying you haven't become limerence. Okay, you are obsessed with them. They have become your drug, and without them you're desperate for that fix. Okay, no, you're your own drug, you're your own fix. Nobody else on this planet is here to fill your cup up. Okay, where you know you're whole, complete and fulfilled. Because you are perfect as you are. You are, as your spiritual being, love itself. Okay, so when you're chasing love, you will always be chasing love. So write down a list. Why would somebody choose me? Why would somebody want to be with me? Because I am the prize, because I am always prioritized, because I am loved, I am adored, I am chosen. Okay, because when you are telling that story, you will experience that, where people are choosing you, where people are prioritizing you. Then you should have them back in a jiffy. You should have people falling at your feet. Amina, they are paid readings only, my lovely. Hello, Wendy Ann. It's no good begging because I'm too old, long in the tooth to mess around with people begging me for readings. It is paid readings. I don't do free readings anymore, only the free collective readings. And again, if you're in that desperate energy, then look at why you're so desperate and why you don't have what you want. Because we all know the answer within ourselves. Do you know what energy it takes to do readings? I don't care. If you carry on, you will be blocked. So carry on. Spirit very kindly gives you 3 collective readings during the readings because I wasn't even wanting to come on. I've been off for a year. As long as you don't ask me for a free reading again. That's why I stopped doing the free readings. If you look back on my channel, I was doing free readings over a year ago, but it was just, I may as well have spun the bottle because the people disrespected me. And I've had a lot of other psychics as well who were doing free readings. Okay. Thank you, Wendy Ann. And just use it like an 8-ball. Well, go and get an 8-ball then. Shake that. Spin a bottle. Yes or no? Go into the shorts. Oh, I didn't even want to come back on here. I had no interest in YouTube at all. I'm quite happy doing the other psychic work I do. But it was Spirit that wanted to come back on here to help people. And I said, no. No, not doing that again. I'm not doing that again. And they were like, yes, but you can do it as paid, but we will, do collective readings. So we've got 1 collective reading still to go, which is the career one, which will be at past. Spirit drew me back. I did not want to come back. I was quite happy doing what I was doing. Even during that year that I had off YouTube, when I had my regulars would email me or drop it into the post, are you coming back? You know, we miss you and all that. I was like, should I, shouldn't I? No, I was like, no. Well, in the collective readings, there's lots of information that Spirit will give you in the, when I'm chatting. Don't forget, in the other lives, people have asked questions, you know, because it is a spiritual channel. So they've asked me spiritual things, not a private reading, spiritual things when it's been quiet. Okay. And they give a lot of information about how the universe works. I mean, even in that love reading, that is so true, everything they said. When you are so focused on somebody else, they're focused on themselves. When you put your focus back onto you, they focus on you. Okay. No, you're the key to the universe. You are the universe. Universe. Not SP verse, specific person verse, or money verse. Okay, you are the universe. You are all that is. Without you, nothing exists here. If there are 8 billion people on this planet, there are 8 billion different realities all going on at once. Okay, if you desire something, it's there for you to have. So if you want something, it's already yours. Or else you could not desire it in the first place. Okay, you can never want something that isn't already meant for you. So every desire is just your higher self, if you like, showing you what already exists in consciousness. All right. Nothing outside of you decides what you can have or can't have. How you think does. The story you tell yourself. Remember, it is a meaningless universe. The universe is neutral. It doesn't care if you are wallowing in shit. It doesn't care if you're as happy as a skylark. Okay? If you say, I am poor, you're right. If you say you are rich, you are right. You will get more of it. Okay? No, your faith is not already written. Yes, we do come in with a sort of contracts that we sort of have, but not, it depends what you mean by faith. But we have choices. Every choice and decision we make takes us down a different path. Nothing is separate from you. Well, it wasn't, yes, okay, it was faith, because remember that faith card that we had on here, but it's what you're telling yourself. Okay, it's you told yourself, no, I'm not depressed. So there you go. You weren't depressed because you stuck to that story. No, I'm not. Okay, then you experienced the reality where you're not. The moment you decide something, it's done. Okay, it already exists. Creation is done. Nothing is separate from you. Your person is not separate from you. Nobody is separate from you. We're all under one consciousness. All that they're doing is reflecting back the version of you that you keep telling yourself you are, and the version of them. So when you see yourself as loved, prioritized, desired, wanted, and chosen, they have no choice but to mirror that. Okay, because what you want already belongs to you. It's waiting for you to claim it. No, that's just your belief. If you believe that, then that is true for you. Gorilla notion. Okay? Every choice and decision that you make takes you on a different path. But yes, I've got had lots of clients over the years who have chosen to stick to labels. All that those are words and labels and stories. Just choose a different story. Okay, even if you say every time I dance naked in the garden, I get £1 million in my bank account. The more you are saying it, the more natural it becomes, and then it would start happening. Because whatever you say goes. Well, it's only because you're trying to tell yourself something else. As humans, we think that the physical world is solid and real. It's not. It's an illusion. It's just a reflection of all our previous thoughts. Okay? So, but Spirit always says, well, you weren't finding it hard to think all the negative stuff. You easily do that. Okay? But it's when you have to actually stop and realize how much negative talk you talk to yourselves and wonder why nothing is changing. Okay? Your awareness, which is your consciousness, which is your thoughts, what you're consciously aware of thinking, if you like, is what you will experience. Well, to be honest, there is only right now. There is no past and there is no future. Everything is right now. Time is a human concept. Okay, but in the universe, all time exists right now. There's a version of you that is a baby, 80-year-old, 50-year-old, whatever age you like. There's a version of you doing all sorts of things. Okay? There's all different versions of us. There is only time right now. So every time you think about the past, you're only thinking of it right now. It's a memory that you believe to be true because you experienced it. But a lot of memories are not actually what happened. Okay? You know, the minute you say, I've never been betrayed. What are you on about? Who told you that? That's not my story anymore. I'm not that version of me who was betrayed. Okay? Then you will experience, everything will shift because there is only right now. Again, I have difficulty going over my sorrows. You're choosing that all the time. You're focusing on that. So you'll keep experiencing more of it. You don't have to heal anything. You can if you want to, if it makes you feel good. But when you get, sometimes a lot of my clients will get stuck in the healing. Oh, but I need to heal. I need to heal. So they have to keep having things to heal from. When they could have just decided, right, there is only this now moment. And right now I am happy, whole, complete, and thriving. Um, yes and no. Gorilla. No, because I know so much more than when I was doing tarot readings. I mean, obviously I started off with tarot. I mean, I got this deck back in the early 90s, and this deck I bought in 1995, and all the rest I've added to, and people have sent me, etc. But up until sort of spirit came in and sort of, which was about 7 years ago, and sort of showed me and taught me how it actually works, which was the opposite of what we're all taught. Okay, what we believe to be true is not how it is. So it took a long time to get my head around it, to test what spirit was saying, to prove it right for myself. So the tarot readings, any reading is just a psychic or the reader. If it's tarot, then, and they're not, you see that again, there's all sorts of things. Okay, so you can get somebody, anybody can read cards. Okay, they can pick up the booklet, they can read the meanings that are in the booklet with each cards. Okay, when I bought these cards and started doing that, readings were just boring to me. Okay, so I left them for a bit and I started doing them intuitively. Just looking at the pictures. What is this picture telling me? I don't care what the meaning is in the book. If I see it as this, then that is what it is. Okay, so I started doing intuitive readings. So that is a reader who, at the end of the day, this is just a piece of paper, a card with a picture on. They're not magic. Okay, it's the interpretation of the person who is doing the readings. Okay, whether they are just reading from the book, whether they are doing it intuitively, or now, because I channel spirit, they are talking to me as I'm, and just pulling cards for you to look at the pictures. Okay, not what the reading, not what the cards are in traditional tarot. So it made me see that because everything is a meaning we give to things, that the only reason that readings come true, because there is no future, okay, because time is only now. When the future gets here, it's now. You will only ever experience it as the now. And because all possibilities exist, sometimes when a medium will look at a reading, they could be looking at a different timeline. Okay, because all timelines exist, they could be looking at the timeline where you're fearful. Okay, so they will say, no, you're never going to be with your person. Okay, but there is a timeline. Of course you can be with your person. All timelines exist. Okay, so most of the time it's what people believe. It's like with spells. Okay, if you believe it, then you're going to experience it. If you believe the tarot reading, you're going to experience it. Everything at the end of the day is your belief and your assumption and the meaning you're giving to things. Okay? So again, M, I'll just call you M. where you say, I start crying at positive affirmations because I was bullied at mid-school with negative affirmations. Yes, that was one experience you are thinking about when you think of your past. But there is a past where you were never bullied. But you are not focused on that one. You are focused on this. The past only exists right now every time you think of it. Okay, there's a lovely and Tom Caron on his channel, Be Something Wonderful. He says about, I think it's Deep Space Nine. There's an episode in there where he's lost his wife and he's keeps going back there in his memory, or keeps going back to the spaceship where she died and that. And he says to the light beings are your awareness. Okay, says to the light beings, why do you keep bringing me here? And they said, we don't bring you here, you bring us here. You're bringing your awareness back to what you don't want. Okay, so you keep going back to that memory, but you can change that memory. It's what's called revision. Okay, revising that you were never bullied. Okay. Remember, you're perfect right now. You can change anything because there is only right now. Okay, Neela. And Gorilla, right. Of course you're going to think about them. Okay. But it's how you're thinking about them and how you're thinking about yourself and how you're thinking about relationships. Okay, so really look at the story you're telling yourself there. Because the fact that you want them, they're already yours. They're not separate from you. Nothing is outside of you. And nobody has free will in your personal reality. Okay, but look at the story you're telling yourself. When you think about him, how are you thinking about him? How are you thinking about yourself? To be honest, all you've got to say to yourself is, I'm the fucking prize. And every time I'm the prize. Okay. Without you being aware of him, he doesn't exist in your world. He exists in his own world, but his world is not the same as your world. Okay, so he's not separate from you. It's just how you're telling the story. Are you seeing yourself as the prize? Chosen, prioritized, desired, loved, respected, valued, appreciated. In a happy relationship, because there is only right now. So why are you putting something into the future? Because if you keep putting it into a future, then it could be any future. There is only right now. So right now, you either have him or you don't. You don't need, you're the validation and the proof. Okay, remember, believing, what we say as humans is, when I believe it, when I see it, I will believe it. When you believe it, you will see it. Okay, it's already there. Your relationship is already there, but you're focused over here where you don't have it. So focus where you do have it, and then it will get reflected back to you. Out there is just the mirror. Okay, Neela, my lovely. Right, I've just got Neela's reading to do, and then I will do the career one. So, Neela, are you back in the chat, my lovely? Right, okay. I just want to pull a card on his energy, okay, as in you focused on that version. Okay, remember there's all versions of him, so I don't really like doing it on them. Okay, so he is thinking about you. Okay, so you can also, although they can't affect your reality, they're still energy. Okay, so you can be, as you're thinking about him, he's thinking about you, and vice versa. Okay, this is always a communication card for me because he's still thinking about you. Okay. And again, didn't we have this last time, Neela, where I said that things are really falling apart somewhere around him? All right. So there is a transition here because he's still either in that relationship that he was in, okay, which he's not because he's with you. So how could he be with anybody else? Because you're the only woman he's ever loved. Okay. And you're the prize and he's already yours. Okay. So, but he still cares about you as well. He does think the world of you. So see him as that as well. Remember, use that as a thing as well. Right, Spirit, Neela's energy. You are still a little bit in where is it? Okay, board. Are we there yet? Okay, but Spirit is pointing to the blackboard, as in you know the teachings, and here to the books saying just stop. What story are you telling yourself? Okay, you're the magic wand. What you say goes. Okay, so you're the magic wand where, you know, are you seeing the two of you together? Are you waking up as Neela in the morning who is in that relationship? Okay, are you going to bed at night knowing, even if you can't feel it, that it's a done deal, then knowing it's a done deal? Okay, I know he's mine. So with this card, like the hostility, you know, again, not looking at the circumstances and conditions. Okay, not being hard on yourself because all that's doing is guarding your heart. All right, remember, he's already yours. But it's how you're thinking about him. Okay, you're the, you know, he's attracted to you. All right. No, not necessarily. I feel that either that is already over, because we keep getting the things falling apart around him, or there's no love there anyway. But it doesn't matter. You're not focused on the third party. What third party? Okay, remember, where your energy goes or your focus goes, you're keeping her there. So what you on about? You're the only woman. I don't know who you're on about because I'm the only woman he's ever loved. Do you understand, Neela? So it's Spirit is saying here, it's time to take back control of your life. Okay? Stop overthinking this. It's simple. I am or I am not. I have or I don't have. Every time you think about him. Okay? Yeah, do the work. Okay? Think how your cogs are turning in your brain, Spirit is saying here. Okay? Amina, these are paid readings, my lovely. Remember, what you want is already yours. You're not trying to get him. He's already yours. You have to see yourself with him. And again, as Spirit said with the love reading, when you are so focused on them, they're focused on themselves. When you're focused on you, they become focused on you. And Spirit is reminding you again that the time it's taken is the time it's taking you to get out of your own way. Because you, the majority of time, are saying, I don't have it. So you have to keep experiencing that you don't have it. All right. So let's get into the career. Is there anything else you want to ask them, Neela, before I move on to the career message for the collective? Yeah, career. Only if you are not triggered by it. Okay, so if you contacted him and he turned around to you and said, leave me alone, would that trigger you? Okay, if he didn't reply straight away, would that trigger you? Okay, if you're doing something to force something along and it's going to trigger you, don't do it. Okay, do star signs matter to you? I used to be terrible with star signs. Absolutely, for 30 years before Spirit taught me how it all works. Okay, now obviously people believe in them, so they will experience that. But no, I stopped doing it and my life has been so much better. It actually was a belief that was very destructive, actually, in my world. Because if you actually look at everybody's star signs, there's a bit of you in everything. You're in all of them. Okay, so yes, there are similarities between the star signs with people that you meet, but that's because you're aware of that. So you will, because what you're aware of, you will experience. Right, let's get into the career reading. So for some of you, okay, Spirit is saying if you're looking for a job or you're wanting, if you're out of work and you're looking for a job, or if you're in a job and you're wanting to either get a pay rise, a promotion, or leave that job, then just surrender it. It's already yours. If you've got the desire to work, if you've got the desire to have a pay rise or a promotion or another job, it's already yours. Surrender it. Okay. When you surrender it and know that the money is yours, okay, so the fact that I desire this means it's mine. It's mine. Fear keeps it away from you. Knowing brings it to you. Okay, when you're fearful that you're not going to get something, we usually don't. Okay, when you're in that knowing, yeah, that pay rise is mine. Okay, that pay rise is mine. That job's mine. Okay, no matter what, that job is mine. No matter what, that pay rise is mine. Okay, and I'll come back to that in a minute. No, it was his communication to you, Neela. Not you communicating to him. That was him in his energy wanting to communicate with you. Okay, or thinking about it. Okay, so if you can do that, Spirit is saying surrender it. Know that what you want is already yours. You can have your money and your growth. Okay, you will see movement start happening quicker. There'll be fast movement. okay, and you will be offered a job, the money, the promotion. All right. So again, be in that knowing, find that peace within yourself. And if that means grounding yourself with your base chakra, okay, grounding yourself, all right, coming out of that fear into the knowing, then you will get it happening sooner. A lot of you are attached to horrible stories, handcuffed to the doom and the gloom and the negatives, all the reasons why you can't have it. Okay, be balanced. And sometimes, yes, be patient. All right, now coming back to that story, just very quickly, I have had myself and lots of clients over the years where they have been like, I just really, really thought or just knew that I was going to get that job and I didn't get it. What happened? And I say there is only now, so that job is still yours. Just claim it. No matter what, that job is already mine. No matter what, that pay rise is already mine, even if somebody's told you no. Okay? And it always unfolds. If you're patient, it will unfold where you do get what you want. It has no choice. That's how the universe works. Okay, so I've had, in my own instance, I think it was a month later, they rang me up and said, are you still free? Because the person we did take on left the job. They didn't want it. There have been other people who have, you know, been told, no, we gave the job to somebody else. Sorry, you weren't successful. Or no, there's no promotion. No, there's no pay rise. Okay, but they have been offered it, because no matter what, remember, the fact that you want something, it's already yours, or else you could not want it. Okay, so you just have to surrender it with like, yeah, no matter what, who cares, whatever, it's mine. Okay, and you have to keep returning to that, and then that is when, in that calm energy, okay, just like you know your name. All right, yeah, I know my name is Sophia. Okay, yeah, I know that job's mine. All right, because it will be. When you're in that knowing, it will turn up. Or it may be that there is a better job. I know lots of jobs, people, who have gone for a position for, say, 24,000 a year. They didn't get that one, but then a week or 2 weeks later, or even a month later, the company will reach out, or they'll see advertised a similar role, but for a higher amount, even at the same company. I've had that myself. It's just knowing. You don't need to affirm it. Yes, you can say, oh, no matter what, I know that's mine. Okay? Because it already is yours. It's just that a lot of times we don't get what we want because we're fearful. We're seeing it as separate from us. Nothing is outside of you. It's already yours. The readings are through PayPal. Hello to you all. Hello, hello, hello. So Purple Phoenix, do you have PayPal? Right, okay. Put your Mhm. Now, if you just want a mini reading, okay, if you're curious and you're not sure, you just want a £5 mini reading, that is just one card with a channeled message from Spirit to you. It's not you asking a question, okay? It is them telling you what they want you to know at this time, all right? So it's not you asking for a question. Now, for any of you that don't want, oh, let me just put in that the timestamps for the free collective readings will be put into the comment section at the end. For any of you who can't get readings, then check out the channel. And if you don't just want they're not free readings. The collective readings are free, but not personal readings. I've already explained why. Some people, if you want to get your own personal reading, most people go for a recorded video. I've already done the 3 collective ones, my lovely, for this 2-hour session. And also the lives will now be on a Tuesday, not on a Wednesday or a Sunday anymore. But always check. Yeah, not the £5 one though, Nula. That's only if Spirit wants to tell you something. Oh, I forgot to say to the lady. Yeah, I did put in the post that it was Tuesdays. I can't do a Wednesday or a Sunday anymore because I've shifted around my work schedule. Yes, I know what you mean, Neela, but not that it's £10. Yes, Nalita. Wendy Ann, are you still in the chat? How's that person at work been? Have they left yet? In your reflective world, have they left yet? Or they have? Oh, no, that was, sorry, you saying yes, I'm still here. Sorry. Jump the gun a bit then. All right. Did I say that I didn't think that she wanted to be there? Because that's what suddenly jumped into my mind then. From Spirit. She's off sick because she really doesn't want to be there. So sick of being there, Spirit just said. And I'm laughing because I once said that at a job I was in. I rang up, you had to ring up to say why you weren't going in, and I said, I'm sick of being there. I'm off sick. And they said, what with? I said, I'm sick of being here. Don't want to be here anymore. Hello, ACAS. Well, you're not, Wendy Ann, you're not hoping it's soon. You know it. It's already done. You have to see her as already gone. Okay? Remember, you're not putting it off in the future. She's already gone. Or no matter what, she's already gone. Okay, Marina. So, come back to, no matter what, she's leaving. Also, imagine that you're, every time that, you know, have conversations in your head where you're going home to your person, saying, oh, you never guess what, guess who's left today? Okay? And hear them say, oh, I'm so happy for you. All right. Right, okay. Nalita paid before you. Marina paid before you. So I'm going to do Marina's first. Okay, and Neela, I know, wasn't she your old landlady or something? Or no, she was the lady who got you and your SP together, wasn't she? Hello, Nini, my lovely. Right, okay. Right. Okay, sorry, Marina, I was chatting and I can't remember the name of you. Poochie poo pooch. Okay. Was this the dog that we called through before? Or is it a different dog? She was his mum. Ah, right, okay. Right, let me lift up me. They're drawing me to these, actually. So we'll do a quick swap. Okay, I just, funnily enough, heard I'm here. Okay, so she is here. Okay, so the one that we did before, was that a boy? She was his mum, of course, because she's saying it here. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to have to show you this. So she said, when I was saying Sabina, I heard I'm here. Okay, but I love this because although that's not a dog, it is a cat. Okay, but it's signifying the animal is with you. Okay, I'm here as well. I'm with you and I'm here. I'm with the family. I check in on the family, but she's with family on her side as well. Okay, family members and your family. Okay, so she's with family members on the other side, but also her doggy family as well. Okay, she wants you to thank you for looking after her boy. Okay, she's saying here, thank you for looking after my son. Are you thinking of getting another dog or another pet? Because she's showing me here another child, another pet coming in soon. Okay. Could be another boy. Okay, are you thinking of another one? Was that a yes to thinking about another one? Or a yes to something else I said? It looks like it's on the way. News is coming soon. So you're either going to see an advert. If you are wanting one, there's going to either be an advert or news coming of one soon. Okay, so I want a new puppy. Well, looks like new puppy's coming very soon. Okay, they're going to have quite a good temperament. I'm being drawn to the word. So they're going to be very balanced. They're going to have a good temperament. And have a really strong emotional connection to you. I can't help but feel it's male. Okay, I've had another male card then, so I really feel it could, you know, if you don't know what it is at the moment, then and you come across one, it could well be a male. So would that be your third dog? The mother, the puppy, the Charlie, and then a new one? Or have you had more than 3 dogs? It may be that it's around Christmas time or in the new year or a celebration that you get puppy. Okay, don't worry, we all have masculine and feminine energy in us anyway. If it is a female, don't think, oh no, I can't have. No, I have another one now called Gaia. All right, okay. So it could be soon. I really feel it's soon. So keep your eyes peeled if you haven't already chosen one. I know if it's a puppy, you've got to wait for it to leave mum. What else do you want to say, Sabina? Anything else? Anything else drawing me here? Growth. No, she's not giving me anything on that. No. Well, that was just a message from Spirit, actually, not from Sabina, saying remember, this is a period of growth and it's a time of self-reflection. Everything is a reflection. Sorry. Okay. Anything else from Sabina? Okay. Thinks about you all the time. You know, she knows that you think about her. Okay. Remember, there is only right now. So that wasn't 8 years ago. And thank you for caring for me. Thank you for caring for my son. Thank you for being a caring person. Okay. And one more from here. 3 to 6. Could be in the next 3 to 6 weeks that you see a notification for your new puppy. Okay, but she's fine. She is perfectly fine. And sends her love to you there. And of course, Charlie is with her as well. And he's sending his love, but we know that he is okay because we had him through before. Anything else that you want to ask her before I break the link with her, my lovely? Okay, Neela, my lovely. Neela, I just need to do something a minute. Hang on a moment, mind you. I'm going to need my phone and I'm filming on it. Right, Neela, I'll do yours, but hopefully that won't go through. So right, somebody's trying to get into one of my accounts and it says change your password straight away, but I've deleted it out of there. No, I can't because I need my phone to send the code to. So I'll do your reading and then I will come off anyway because it is past that and sort it out then. I'll just keep an eye on it. Right, okay, so we have N. All right, that's all she's saying on there. Okay, so what she's saying here is that she's fine. Okay, perfectly fine. That's always my outside of this world, so I always know that's a spirit. She's fine here, but she is saying about SP, okay, because remember, she helped bring you together as well. So she's saying here that you... Okay, she's saying you're keeping yourself stuck. This is always my stuck card. Okay, so you're just trapping yourself from your heart's desires. Okay, the wands are always desires for me. Okay, but you're trapping yourself, keeping yourself stuck, thinking, waiting for others, you know, waiting. Okay, waiting here. But remember, you're the magician. Just like that Ace of Wands. Remember, you're the magic wand. You're the magician. Okay, that's where your victory and success is. Okay, he's already yours. So stop keeping yourself in this stalemate situation. All right, wanting that love in your beautiful red dress and you're sat there with a red rose. Okay, but you're just in a stalemate situation. Okay, there will be something revealed to you about the third party. Okay, or it could be either revealed about the third party is gone, that there's been changes, the end. Okay, or it could be that you hear something about him or from him over Christmas period, or leading up to Christmas celebrations. Okay, okay, she's saying here as well that you two are already joined as one. Okay, she's already overseeing this. He's always been yours, which is what I've always told you anyway. Okay, you can't desire what's not meant for you. Okay, the fact that you desire him still is still there. Okay, I do feel that he's leaving something there. Okay, and also she's saying stop being indecisive. Remember, you either have him or you don't. All right, so which path do you keep choosing? If you keep choosing the one I don't, you're taking yourself over the rocky, high, treacherous mountains here. Okay, why not take the flat plains and in the sunshine and take the easy route, is what she's saying. Okay, you're making it difficult on yourself. Okay, he can have the green light to come back. Well, he's already yours. He never went anywhere. Remember that. He's not separate from you. You're focused on the separation that is causing the separation, she's saying. Okay, so stop doing that. If you're still in fear of meeting them out, then that is showing you that you haven't worked on your self-concept. Okay, because if you're the version of you, it wouldn't matter if you came across them having sex on the floor. Okay, in front of your nose, or holding hands together and kissing each other, because you would be in the knowing that, understanding how the law works. Okay, and you would just be like, that's just a reflection. That's just old news, fake news. He's already mine. Okay, so if you're fearful, I'm not saying it wouldn't be nice, but you would have the understanding that it's just a reflection of your old thoughts. So don't be scared to go out. Okay, when you're in that fear, then you're not embodying Neela, who is already with him. Okay, or even if you bumped into them, you're like, it doesn't matter, no matter what, it's already mine. Okay, I'm the prize. He only exists because I'm aware of him. Okay, without me being aware of him, he doesn't exist in my world, because there is no world. Okay. No, I can only bring through what she's talking about. And it was definitely SP, not an apartment. I thought you'd already got one. Oh, she just said victory there. Remember, the fact that you want an apartment, it's already yours. Okay. If you're still fearful, then you're not embodying the version of you that knows it's how it works still. Okay. He's not separate from you, Neela. You're just focused on the separation and your fears more than you are in embodying the version of you and being aware that he's already yours. You bastard. Shit. Right, I'm going to have to go because they've changed all my password and got in. Right, love you lots. All bye.